Good morning, Nammo Phat. It's April 2nd, 2020, and we're here for our daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls me back to my true home. This morning we're reflecting on the fourth wonderful precept. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful speech and the inability to listen to others, I vow to cultivate loving speech and deep listening in order to bring joy and happiness to others and to relieve others of their suffering. Knowing that words can create happiness or suffering, I am determined to speak truthfully with words that inspire self-confidence, joy, and hope. I will not spread news that I do not know to be certain, and will not criticize or condemn things of which I am not sure. I will refrain from uttering words that can cause division or discord, or that can cause the family or the community to break. I am determined to make all efforts to reconcile and resolve all conflicts, however small. Continuing our readings from Ajahn Sucitto's Karma and the End of Kamma. Birth, the inheritance of cause and effect. Complete liberation means stepping out of the whole cause and effect process. This process is what we're experiencing right now. Being born is old Kamma, and it has brought us into the predicament of existing within the domain of cause and effect, with the potential to keep rolling on in it. Having inherited the effect of being embodied, we are affected by food, health, and climate. And along with this comes the potential for defending, seeking nourishment, and procreation. Mind is attuned to respond to all this instinctively, with fight, freeze, flight drives that can kick in at a moment's notice. And with mind, there comes the awareness of aging, sickness, and death, and with that, separation from the loved, and being disagreeably affected by that, and furthermore, being seemingly impotent to do anything about it. Thus the rolling on of samsara traps us in its spin. Old Kamma is also all the powerfully social and behavioral programs that tell us how to operate in terms of customs and attitudes. Psychologically, we experience the need to belong, to understand and to otherwise feel at peace with our circumstances. This is a basis for fresh Kamma. One of our most continual mental actions is that of interpreting and filing away experience to derive meaning and purpose. Also, we pick up a lot of information, including biases and redundant information, as well as sound advice from other people. This mental Kamma forms the programs, the mindset through which we interpret our present experience. Installed and occasionally modified, at any given moment this program applies an interpretation to a present experience to tell us what a thing is like. And this goes for much more than objective definition. Is it safe? Is it friendly? Is it allowed? Will I be valued by acquiring this? And so on. Become impression filters that help us make many spur-of-the-moment decisions in our lives. Yet, how reliable is that crucial process? Memories rise up that incline us one way. Bodily conditions arise that affect our mood, attention span fluctuates, and the result of a conversation we had an hour ago is still stirring our hearts. Meanwhile, our social context connects us to the effects of other people's minds, each with their own interpretations and misinterpretations, so we're also affected by that. Programs get transferred or trigger off other programs, and our minds get caught up in a flood of impressions, any one of which can trigger off impulses at any moment. The really crucial part of what we inherit, then, is mind, a complex, affective, responsive consciousness which carries a huge potential for further Kamma. Through mind, we can be conscious of, reflect on, and develop in accordance with the results of what we do and say. We can learn. And as our responses amplify and intensify our experience, we can be creative. We can get focused on an idea and develop that into a wonderful invention or beautiful work of art. Yet on the other hand, we can get overwhelmed by an escalating emotion. If the mood is one of mistrust or resentment, we can produce demonic worldviews and commit atrocities. The possibilities have a wide range. The Buddha refers to many unfortunate and hellish realms that are the result of immoral actions or dark Kamma. The good news is that there are even more numerous fortunate and heavenly realms that one may be born into as a result of good or bright Kamma. At any rate, it isn't all over in one lifetime. Nowadays, people like to interpret these cosmological realms as psychological states, but even in that view, Kamma, bright or dark, is action that will give rise to a future state of being, and at first it seems there's no way out of that. We experience our lives as taking place within a dynamic continuum that affects and shapes us, just as we affect and shape it. All in all, the process of Kamma Vipaka is like that of an ocean that can lift us up, engulf us, or sweep us in any direction. It operates through continual interplay between inherited effects as they arise in the present and the range of consequent responses and inclinations to act. The past is not dead. Its effects carry potential, and the future will arise according to how we act on that. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you for joining me again this morning.